Probably never heard of those people, but trust me, they're important. Severe Tire Damage, the first band to ever broadcast a live set over the internet on June 24th, 1993. So there's your list of rock and roll firsts. If you like that, we'll revisit the topic in the future. And let me know what you want to know about by dropping me a line at thesecrethistoryofrock.com. In just a second, a look what people were listening to in 1983.
More of The Secret History of Rock coming up. Back to The Secret History of Rock with Alan Cross.
On this episode, it's our look back at 1983. I remember where I was on February 28th. That was the night of the final episode of MASH. 125 million people in the U.S. alone watched the show. Today, if a show gets 25 million, it's a huge deal. Do you remember the Gimli glider? An Air Canada 767 ran out of fuel on its way from Montreal to Vancouver and had to glide in without power to an abandoned airstrip in Gimli, Manitoba. About a month later, the Soviets shot down Korean Airlines Flight 7, something about being confused with a spy plane. By sheer coincidence, I'm sure, Ronald Reagan announced that the military's GPS system would now be open for civilian use. 1983 was also the year we got the Chicken McNugget from McDonald's, and Chrysler introduced the minivan, the Dodge Caravan, and the Plymouth Voyager. In music, the first compact discs went on sale in the U.S. on March the 2nd. Michael Jackson cemented his place in history by doing the moonwalk of the Motown 25th anniversary special. That was on March the 8th. Dave Mustaine is fired from Metallica and replaced by Kirk Hammett. But Dave's done okay with Megadeth. Later in the year, Mick Jones is fired from The Clash, and he went on to form Big Audio Dynamite. Johnny Ramone got into a fight with someone outside his New York apartment and suffered a near-fatal head injury. And on September the 18th, 1983, Kiss appears in public without their makeup for the first time. Bands that came together that year included the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Bronski Beat, NoFX, the Jesus and Mary Chain, My Bloody Valentine, and the Flaming Lips. And, I already mentioned Megadeth, right? Bands that broke up included ABBA, the Bay City Rollers, and the Carpenters. Oh, and Roxy Music and the Misfits, too. One of the major breakthrough artists of 1983 was Tears for Fears. They spent 2 years working on their debut record, which chronicles Roland Orzabal and Kurt Smith's difficult childhoods. Not exactly the most cheerful subject for an album, but they got it right, and they called it The Hurting.